Okay, so we have a container with a solution with 90% of alcohol. We don't know the amount of solution. We actually have to find the initial amount. What we know is that in 2 times 5 liters were taken out and another 5 liters were brought in. Let's describe what happened here. Let's start with initial condition. The total amount is what we need to find. Let's call it X. And we know that there's 90% of alcohol. From here, we can write an expression for the amount of alcohol. This is just 0.9x. Okay, so we have a total of x and then 0.9x. Let's start with the first step here. 5 liters were taken out from the container, and then 5 liters of solution with a concentration of 60% was poured into the container. So let's see. What we took out is the total of 5 liters. How much alcohol we took out? That's the concentration of 0.9 times 5. That's 4.5 liters was taken out. And in was poured a total of the same 5 liters. And alcohol of 60%. 0.6 times 5. 3 liters of alcohol were poured in. Let's see what was in the container after this first step. The total amount of solution was still X. We had X, we took out 5 and we poured in 5, so it's still X, the total amount. Let's see what happened to the alcohol. We had 0.9x, and then we took out 4.5 and poured in plus 3. Together, it's 0.9 minus 1.5. That's liters. Let's see what is the concentration of alcohol after the first step. This is the amount of alcohol over the total. So it's 0.9 x, should be x here, minus 1.5 over the total, which is x. We could take times 100 to make it a number of percent, but later on we will divide by 100. Okay, this situation after the first step is actually the initial situation before the second step. Let's see what happened in the second step. This is step 1 and this is step 2. 5 liters were taken out from the container and 5 liters of solution with concentration of 50% is poured in. So let's do the same again. First, let's take out 5 liters. A total of 5 liters. And the amount of alcohol that was taken out is this concentration times 5. We take the number of percent of alcohol over X times 100. Divide by 100, we will just leave it this way, times 5. This was taken out. Let's write it in another way. Just multiply 5 by 0.9. This is 4.5x minus 7.5 over x. This is the amount that was taken out in the second step. Okay, this is step 2. And in was poured 5 liters with concentration 60%, 50%. So how much alcohol was poured in? 0.5 from 5, 2.5 liters. Okay, we started with this, and we took out this and in this. Let's see what is in the container after the second step. First, the total is again x minus 5 plus 5. Stays x. The amount of alcohol is this. We started with this. This is the amount of alcohol in the container after the first step at the beginning of the second step. This is 0.9x minus 1.5. What was taken out? We can see it here. This was taken out. Minus 4.5x minus 7.5 over x. And in was poured just 2.5. Now let's go back to the question and see what does it tell us about the container after the second step. And here it is, this sequence. After that, after the 2 steps, the concentration of the alcohol in the container was 70%. Let's put this in the equation. So after step 2, the question tells us that the amount of alcohol was 70% of the total. 70% of x is just 0.7x. So I can write here that the amount of alcohol in the container equals to 70% x, 0.7x. And here we have an equation. It's a little bit complicated equation, but still we can solve it and find x. Let's solve the equation. we have 0.9x minus 1.5 minus 4.5x minus 750 over x plus 2.5 equals 0.7x. Let's multiply everything by x. So this is 0.9x squared minus 1.5x. Notice here we have minus 4.5x and plus 7.5. Okay, this is like brackets here. Plus 2.5 multiplied by x equal 0.7x squared. We arrange it to get 0.2x squared minus 3.5x plus 7.5 equals 0. It's multiplied by 10. This is 2x squared minus 35x plus 75 equals 0, and x equals, using the roots formula, it's just 35 plus minus the root of 35 squared minus 4 times 2 times 75 over 2a, which is 4. This whole root is 25. We have 35 plus minus 25 over 4. And its first solution is 60 over 4 is 15. And second solution is 10 over 4, which is 2.5, both in liters. These are two possible solutions. Let's see. We have 15 liters. That's possible, but what about the solution that says 2.5 liters? Remember that in both steps, we took out of the container 5 liters. So it is not possible that the initial amount was 2.5 liters. That's why we cancel this solution, and our solution is 15 liters.